evening, and welcome to Science and Sorcery's first ever campaign episode in the Legend of the Flaming Heteros. My name is Dagmar de Weduwen, I am your host, and today we are going to make it quick, because we have a lot of exciting stuff to be getting on with. So just two very fast announcements. First of all, this campaign will be happening on Mondays every other week. We will not be raising money for charity while we are playing our campaign. We'll save that for the charity one-shots we do every month. If you do like what we're doing, go ahead over to patreon.com/science and sorcery, and you can support us there, and we'll use the money we get there for the charity shows, make sure we can do lots and lots of cool giveaways and things like that. Second quick announcement, Science and Sorcery's May charity game is going to be live. We're going to be at Dram in Glasgow on the 17th of May, 7 p.m. onwards. Tickets are on sale now, £5. All of the money goes to Refuwigi, an amazing local charity that supports refugees. We hope to see lots of you there. Please don't let us flop. I'm going to cry. And then also we'll own that pub money, which we want to give to charity instead. So please come and support us, come and support charity. And with that, let's go ahead and get into our campaign as I hand you over to our wonderful Dungeon Master, Alex Holt.
Welcome everyone to the Legend of the Flaming Heteros, a homebrew Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live play miniseries presented by Science and Sorcery. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to Jess McLaughlin and Meg Rodriguez for additional assistance in preparing this today. And with that, we shall begin. So, betwixt and beneath all worlds lies true limbo, not the shining astral sea sailed by the Gith, nor the purgatory of the three as one god, but the raw, primal near-nothingness that holds all other things everywhere together. An endless expanse, bigger than all realms combined, yet as thin as a forgotten dream. Yet, sometimes, and sometimes in the cosmological senses, in fact quite often, people and things slip through to even here. Over time, those lost souls found one another, and thus, floating in the infinite nothing, is the city of Melded, a city of the lost, of refugees with no world left, and those who do not wish to be found. A city of everything that is, and a few things that aren't. A city at the base of all things from which even gods cannot return. And so, when the many adventurers, heroes, villains, monsters, cutthroats, mercenaries, and ruffians all received personalised invitations to the Grand Octagon, beneath the great temple of any gods, it proved something of a surprise to see a single spindly figure standing on top of the coral-encrusted dome of the temple, waiting to meet them. Though not, it turned out, quite as surprising as the fact that every other single adventurer, hero, villain, monster, cutthroat, mercenary, and ruffian had apparently also been invited. It was kind of awkward, if we're honest about it. And thus we meet our own leads in this tale, in the depths of the crowd, at the Widdershins end of the area, sandwiched between a robot in a fur coat and a turquoise-coloured sphinx cat the size of a jaguar. Our heterochromatic heroes. And first, may I introduce Dagmar?
Hello. As I said, I am Dagmar, and on this campaign I will be playing Lavinia Sharog, a half-orc cleric.
And Sam?
Hello! My name is Sam, my pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing the chaotic halfling bard of Reginar Hirsutfoot.
And Jazz?
Hello, I'm Jasmine, pronouns she, her, and I'll be playing the Tabaxi, who is probably going to be a lot more problem than we realise. Dream in the Sandstorm Oasis, but Dream for short, and their pronouns are they, them.
And last but not least, Khalil.
Hey, I'm Khalil. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm going to be playing Boomslang, a Yuan-Ti yellow golden cobra guy in a black and red leather motorbike jacket with some metal plates in it.
Cool. Thank you. So, with those all introduced, as magnificent as they may be, all attention is drawn to the figure balancing precariously on the grand dome. They're too high to get a good look at their features, but behind them billows an inky black cloak which seems more like a window into the depths of space, with shimmering galaxies twinkling in the gloom. a stark change from the empty night sky of Melded. Even without them being able to see their features, they somehow project a certain fey grin. People of Melded, I offer you the greatest tournament this city has ever known, or at least in the top 10, I think. But the prize is one of a kind. Freedom from the city of the lost to return to your homes, or anywhere else you want. Perhaps to explore, perhaps to treasure, it doesn't matter to me. The turquoise cat to your side sort of tilts its head and incredulously says, not lying? And the challenge I set to attain the unattainable? Why, it is simple. The winner will be simply whoever can kill me, of course. Several dozen hands in the crowd raised with questions, and the figure pauses. I'm sorry, I kind of thought that was self-explanatory. Besides, the mystery is part of the thing. Anyway, I shall be seeing some of you soon, I hope. And with that, their cloak of stars wraps around them and they're gone. There is a pause, and the citizens of Melded take the action that anyone with the slightest familiarity with the city should have anticipated. They erupt into a vast melee. After all, what easier way to increase your odds than to take out your opponents right now? And so, at this point, I require all four of you to roll a d100 and let me know the result.
This is the first time I'm using my brand new snake dice.
I'm using my brand new shark dice. All will be explained.
Oh, wait. Oh, fucking hell. I am not organised today. My head
Chaos
is just elevator music.
Is
Right,
high
um,
good or
Chaos
is low
no
good on
quality.
this roll?
You'll find out in a second.
Oh God, no.
For those who have rolled already,
I have 60.
60.
45.
Okay. So 60, 45.
Yeah.
I have 6.
Blue, 6. Okay.
I have
40.
40.
And 40. Okay. So immediately sucked into this melee, each of you finds yourself squared up against one of the bizarre people of this melee. So, Lavinia, you find yourself pulled up against a Marilith, which is a many-armed demon woman with like the lower body of a snake. This one seems to be more of a typist than like the normal kind of sword swinging things, but she seems quite intimidating. Reginar finds himself faced up against a manatee piloting a crunky old copper mech. Dream finds themselves facing off against let's see, a Cyclops in like a pinstripe suit with like a giant Tommy gun.
Okay.
And last but not to say least is Boomslang, who gets, let's go up to my thing, just a regular opossum, but it's wearing an eye patch.
The most dangerous one,
That
clearly.
sounds definitely the most dangerous.
Yeah, there was something not right there.
This isn't going to be entirely a typical combat, but nonetheless, can you all roll me some initiative, please?
Ooh.
How are we still close to each other, or have we been separated by the crowd?
You're still like in a little cluster at the minute.
So you will get +4 to your initiative roll from my aura of, I think, alertness.
I rolled a natural 19 on the first d20
nice.
roll, so that gives me a total 26. Thank you, Boomslang.
And thank you to Boomslang, I get 21.
I've got a suspicion I know what that means.
First roll. Go get him out of the way, Jazz.
Oh, this bodes well. Yeah. Yay.
Jazz's first ever roll on a D&D campaign. And it's a natural one. Beautiful.
I'm actually rather proud of myself. So, how bad am I against that?
Okay. So let's just give me a second to work out these guys as well, and then we'll see how that all worked out.
Oh, I got a 22, by the way.
So that's,
To fill the silence, I'll just tell you I've decided I will take notes for this campaign, something I barely ever do in my home games. But so far, all I've written is kill this guy, because that's all we know.
I've got
Achievable objectives on your to-do list.
okay, so did anyone
kill the
score
bastard.
above 20 in their roll?
Sorry, what did you say?
Did anyone roll above 20 total? I'm guessing you did.
Yeah.
Yep. So what did you get?
25?
That is
I was-
a pretty damn sweet initiative. Sam?
Thank the paladin.
21.
Sam is 21. Did anyone get above 15?
I got 22.
Everyone, so only so that was a very nicely skewed. Everyone got high except
Someone has to.
Did Dream get distracted by something in particular?
Let's say they got distracted. Yeah, I was still dreaming. Maybe I was very perplexed by that cloak. I'm thinking, is that magical? Could I steal it? Maybe that's something I could bargain with.
Okay, so Dagmar.
Yes.
Lavinia is first on the.
Wonderful. How many people are within melee range?
Are you counting your friends?
No, just enemies. And could they all make dexterity saving throws, please? As the spectral sharks which follow Lavinia around constantly, upon seeing the battle and seeing the enemies approaching their boss, not sure what their relationship is, they go into a frenzy and just dun 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 attack all of the enemies within melee range.
So I will say, with that, you can probably hit. I would say that Reginar was probably in front of you because, like, you're not going to stand in front of the shortest one.
I'm probably standing over him, let's be honest.
Yeah. So I would say you're also in range of. So let's see. Sam had the manatee in the mech, and also your six-armed snake typist.
Beautiful.
And the party.
It's not. They're not attacking the party unless it is dusk.
No, it is not dusk. It is.
Then the sharks are only attacking the typist and the manatee. So dex saves, please, Alex. And I will roll some damage.
Okay, so the Marilyn got a 16.
Okay, that does save.
Okay.
So half damage.
Manatee has -2 to his dex and therefore got 5.
Yeah, that doesn't save. So that one takes a full 28 points of slashing damage. The other one will take 14. And if they don't want to repeat that, they better get the hell away. Because I haven't even started my turn yet.
This is true, yes.
Yep. So Lavinia will sort of look up at the sky and go, "Oh heavens!" And take out her warhammer and will lash out at the snake woman.
Okay.
Let me see. Roll an attack. 15 to hit.
That just hits.
All right, and it's one-handed, so that will be minimum damage of 6 slashing damage.
Okie dokie.
And then let me just double check bonus actions. I think that's going to be my turn.
Okay,
Oh,
then.
sorry. No, I'm gonna put a divine strike in that because this is new to me. So that's an additional 4 points of radiant damage.
Nice. So this is with your warhammer, you were saying?
My warhammer, yes.
So just immediately as this woman who's apparently just gone back from her day job has just like turned around and attempt to hit you with a keyboard or something, I don't know. It's just like, spectral sharks, go!
I mean, I didn't tell them to. They just do that.
They just do it. Yeah, yep. So and then you follow that up with a massive hammer blow. She is a very
Yep.
tough creature, but she is somewhat taken aback by this. Which brings us round to, speaking of snaky people, Boomslang.
So I've got this possum.
Yeah.
It's got an eye patch.
Yes.
Eat it, eat it, eat it.
How do I know I'm fighting it?
So how do you know?
How do I know I'm fighting it? How aggressive is it?
It's just turned to you and it's sort of like giving you a look. Just like,
Okay.
A one-eyed look has got an eye patch.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, okay. In that case, feeling threatened, Boomslang's kind of hood is going to kind of pop out.
yeah.
And I feel bad attacking a possum, but it's giving me the eye. I'm going to hold an action.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm going to bonus action. I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hold an action to attack if it comes within melee range aggressively,
Okay.
or if it does anything aggressive, I'll attack.
Okie dokie. So you're holding an action. Excellent. And that brings us round to our old returning superstar Regina.
I don't have time for this. A manatee and a mech.
Yes. It's like a sort of very sort of crunky, sort of steampunky mech.
Right. I feel really bad. Like the possum, I feel really bad about the idea of attacking a manatee. Like, I feel like it's illegal in a number of states. Even like touching one. But there's going to be my kind of SciComm thing is that if you're ever in like Florida and you see a manatee, you're not allowed to touch them. Like floating alongside boats is like massively against the law. It can like cause them huge damage. So I really don't want to attack this manatee.
You've created such lovable enemies, Alex. How? Why?
To be fair, like there's 100 options on this enemy table, and you just happen to roll the lovable ones.
So again, how do I know that this manatee wants to attack me? Why is it wearing?
I would say it's got like some kind of like cannon arm that's sort of beginning to whir up the pointed.
Okay. Can I understand it if I'm talking to it?
You can try talking to it.
I think my camera's frozen. I'm just gonna stop that, bring it back up. Nope, I'm still frozen.
Regina is frozen in fear at the prospect of having to attack a manatee.
It's just not great. Not what I want to do.
Oh yeah, you're back now.
I'm just switching between. I'm pausing for time here. Right, I want to ask it and see if it can respond and if I can understand it. Do we need to do this? Like, we're not trying to kill each other. We're trying to kill the person on the top of the dome.
Make a persuasion check.
This guy's getting actively devoured by spectral sharks.
Yeah, it's just trying to. It's like a shark just attached to its leg, and it's like, get off, get off.
16.
16. Well, I hadn't thought of it like that. Okay, I guess I'll leave then. He just sort of starts plodding off.
There's no murder today. All's well that ends well. It was lovely to meet you. Lovely suit. I love the suit. Love what you're doing. Spinny thing. Perfect.
Why, thank you. Do drop by and say hi. I'm in the artisan district. If you ever are in the market for it, they're quite expensive, but they got good value.
And what's your name? What's your name? Sorry.
My name is Jefferson.
Jefferson, the mech suit manatee. Jefferson, can I call you Jeff?
Sure thing.
Okay. I promise that I will come visit at some point.
Well,
Thank
it'll
you
be
so
lovely
much for
to
your
see
time.
you.
And that's it. I'm done.
Okay. At this point, it's the opossum with an eye patch's turn. It is going to charge towards you, which would trigger your attack of opportunity.
Sure. So Boomslang has drawn these two very long, thin swords that have a kind of slight curve to them, and he holds them kind of backwards and stabs down with one of them like a single snake fang. It's not the best roll ever. That was a 14.
Sadly, with it, you're not used to fight such tiny, nimble opponents. That does not hit. In turn, can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh yeah. 27.
Okay, it makes a dash to climb up your trousers, but thankfully you go, oh no, you don't, and sidestep, and so
It happened once before. I've never again.
I'm so glad in session 0 we talked about the fact that he was actually wearing trousers. It was a long conversation. I'm glad it's relevant.
This is an important canon we were laying down. And so with that, he's sort of just go, and then the sort of as his hackles go. Which brings us on to the turn of our big Cyclopsy friend, who is going to get out his Tommy gun. There's a giant Cyclops-sized Tommy gun. Fortunately, because he has no depth perception, because he only has one eye, this will be at disadvantage. But he's just going to spray it in a sort of line that should hit Dream and also, I believe, Boomslang. But
Okay.
if that happens, those were, I think. Let's have a look. Those both miss. So you're just literally just like this big lumbering. Go, hey, you guys! I'm not even going to attempt that. No, that's bad accent.
No,
Let's
please
not go
do.
there.
Please do.
Do it,
Vote
Alex.
in the chat.
You move. But you just sort of like dodge through this hail of like bullets.
So Boomslang's got a little bit of bard in him, so he's probably like swaying his hips a little bit. To dodge
Dream's just probably really just absentmindedly looking around, being like, "What is going on? Why?"
Something interesting on the floor, and just they all went, yeah.
Yeah.
And that brings us round to the Marilith, who is sort of like, how dare you? And she is going to use her attack. Send a strongly worded text to the local newspaper.
Alex, I hate to point this out to you, but you did create this item. Any creature that starts their turn within the shark frenzy has to make another dex save.
This is true.
So I'll just roll my damage again.
She will have got 10, so that fails.
Okay, hold on. 10, 20... again, 28 points of slashing damage to this this poor office worker.
So she is going to also use her, she's also just like be like, well, I never. And fortunately, she is a very robust creature, a fairly high-end D&D monster. But she is just going to like slither away while texting furiously.
Did she at any point try to attack me?
Only like in a sort of corporate sense.
Okay, but as a strong unionist, Lavinia takes issue with that, and she's going to use her Sentinel ability to take an attack of opportunity,
Okay, go for it.
which will be a low. 15 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay, so that's the Warhammer again. Which, I'm sorry, I made a mistake earlier. It's bludgeoning, not slashing damage. The chat was having a great time with that.
Fine.
It's not just a hammerhead shark I'm swimming around. That will do 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay,
and then her speed becomes 0, so she's still stuck in the shark frenzy.
Super combo.
Have you bogged her down in employment law?
Yeah. It's like, this is one of
Tree
the
law, actually.
Sharks. Like, this is highly irregular. I demand. And following all that nonsense, that brings us round to Dream.
Before we get into Dream, is it, Alex, your microphone's just a little bit quiet. Would it be possible to move it a wee bit closer to your face?
How's this?
Yeah, just that's it, like, even much better. So that's great.
This is slightly weird, this being that next to my head, but that's fine.
That's much clearer though, Grand. I'll leave you to it. Dream.
So, yes, Dream.
I am very disinterested in getting involved in this, so I'm just gonna teleport out of there and use Dimension Door.
Okay, so where are you teleporting to?
Dream has better things to do, like kill the guy that they're supposed to kill.
Yeah. So, let's have a quick look at Dimension Door. So that gives you a range of 500 feet. So within 500 feet, so the guy has gone now anyway. So you could technically teleport up to the roof where he was. Or you could probably get onto one of the roofs sort of surrounding the Octagon area, which there doesn't appear to be anyone fighting up there right now. Or you could probably also get into one of the sort of like the nearest of the side alleys. But you can't really see any of the others right now because there's too many people fighting in the way.
I guess to get an advantage of what the hell is going on, probably go on the roof. So I'll go one of the kind of like areas on the dome.
So you're teleporting up to the dome? Okay.
Yes.
Right, no worries. So I will make a note of that. Anything else at all on your turn?
No, I think that's it.
Okie dokie. So at this point, we have an extra, because this is a very chaotic melee, I will make an extra roll of the chaos combat table and just see if you just take random hits from nonsense going on elsewhere.
Okay.
So that is a 20. So let's see who that is. Okay.
Which means sandwiches.
And now we shall roll to see who suffers the wrath of this. Okay. So you suddenly, Reginar, turn around to see that there's this other... Oh, actually, wait, I need to roll one more thing. Okay. You suddenly turn around to see this other halfling behind you, and he looks like he is trying to fire a dart at this elephant that's the other side of you, but he kind of misses, and the dart's heading straight for you. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Yes. So you take
I was nice
one
to the
damage from this little dart hitting you in the chest from this heavily tattooed halfling.
How much was that, sorry?
Pardon?
Did you say how much damage was taken?
Just one damage.
One damage. That's fine. Prick.
Just-
I just shout that at it. Like...
and that brings us back round to Lavinia.
Alright, I would like to turn to the corporate woman.
Yep.
And I would like to ask her, are you one of those union busters?
Are you trying to persuade her or intimidate her?
Intimidate, probably.
Roll an intimidation check.
Okay. That's only a 4. Sorry, 8.
8. Okay. So
Not my best.
that just like I don't have to tell you anything.
Well, then I suppose you'll just have to stay in the shark area, won't you? And and I will turn away from her. And can I see Dream?
I should think so. Yeah, you're still sort of. Yeah, she's up on the dome roof, so everyone can see Dream in theory if they look that way.
You're all look, because you're silly down there.
But I'm guessing she's too far away for me to hear her.
Probably. It's pretty noisy here.
Yeah. In that case, for my action, I will simply cast a spell. I'll cast Bless on myself, Reginar, and Boomslang. Because we're still in the melee.
Okay.
Oh, clutching my holy symbol. Yes. Which is a strange six-sided metal rod shaped like an L. For reasons.
Foreshadowing.
So I've got Bless up. Bless up.
Boomslang.
Alright, I'm done messing around with this person.
You felt bad for a bit, like, no, not today.
For reasons of his long-term aspirations and also immediate safety, he doesn't want anything aggressively crawling up his trouser. I'm gonna stab down with both of my fang swords on this little punk.
Okay.
With a D4 from Bless, that is 21.
That hit.
And the other one is 23.
Those both hit.
Sweet. So I've got Thunderous Smite running, so that's 2d6 plus 1d8 from the sword.
Okay.
And I'm going to stick a level 1 Divine Smite on that. So that's 2d8. Right?
Rest in peace as possible.
And as I'm a sword bard, I'm going to do a mobile flourish as well.
Okay.
Which is one use of my bardic inspiration, which allows me to roll one of my inspiration die, which is a d6, add that to the damage, and then some other stuff happens that I'll mention in a sec. So that's 10, 21, 22, 25, 30. That's 30 points of damage.
Okay.
And they are pushed 6 feet away by the mobile flourish and 10 feet away by the thunderous smite.
Okay.
Oh no, they have a strength save against the thunderous smite.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say they don't because basically they've taken so much damage and they're also very small. So you basically like team rocketed them into like orbit. That's just like.
Boomslam's just like, get the fuck out of here! It tries to crawl up. It tries to crawl up my leg, and I kind of like flick my leg so hard that it just kind of spins off.
Yeah.
It's like that guy that shot putted the mountain lion. Do you remember that?
Yeah. But a lot less impressive.
Look it up. It's hilarious.
And then I'm going to turn to the Marilith that is fighting Lavinia.
Yeah.
And I look a little bit confused because like they're half snake as well, but like the other way around.
Your soulmates.
When to become one.
Write those lyrics down.
Oh, Reginald, not right now, please. We'll get to band practice eventually.
Yes. Is there anything else you're doing, or is that?
Yeah, I'll So what enemies are left? We've got the typist
Yeah,
and
you've got the Typist and the Cyclops.
the Cyclops with the Tommy gun. I will close down the Cyclops with the Tommy gun if I can.
Okay.
But if possible, I'd like to stay within 10 feet of my other two friends.
Yeah, that's fine. Like you're all kind of all bunched up,
Sure.
except for Dream,
All right.
who was just like
Dream's just chilling.
100 foot away, up on the top of a dome.
I feel like I have some snacks somewhere, so I'm just watching with some snacks as this goes on. So this is a nice form of entertainment, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I swear right up to the Cyclops, and I kind of like bare my fangs and hiss at him.
Okay. Beautiful. But that brings us around to Regina.
I'm still annoyed about the dart. I'm still really annoyed about the dart.
That halfling is still there, but he's not paying attention to you right now.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. I'll have to look at either the typist or the Cyclops. I think I'm gonna have to have a look at the typist as well.
Okay.
How far away am I?
She's probably within 15 foot of you.
15 foot. I would like to cast Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
I love that
What's
spell.
the save on that?
It is Wisdom.
Okay. She failed, I will tell you now, unless your save is less than 6.
No. She fails. Yeah, so everything that they perceive or see becomes hilariously funny.
Okay. So just like literally, she's like, and she's got like all 6 of her arms and just like trying to hold her mouth shut to stop her laughing. She drops her phone on the floor. It's just like
Feels like the sharks are going to become enraged by this laughter.
The sharks are already enraged.
Even more enraged than they already are.
okay. Anything else at all?
No, I think I've done enough at this moment. I am just gonna have a look around and see what else is going on. It seems to be chaos, which I revel in, but for now, yeah, I feel like I've got other things on my mind. I'm just gonna hold at this point.
Okie dokie. So that means the sort of only sort of active participant in fighting you all right now is this Cyclops with a Tommy gun, who is going to shoot at Boomslang. And probably I would say Lavinia is kind of in a line with that. So why did I roll 2? Oh yeah, disadvantage. I knew there was a reason. No, unfortunately, there's just like it just entirely misses you both. And you just see there's like a troll behind you and just like gets a couple of bullets in the butt. It's like,
And I think this is as Boomslang's walking towards him, and Boomslang's kind of just like getting closer and closer and closer.
yeah, it's like... So the Marinette's turn. She has to make her save again.
She has to make 2 saves this time. But if
what,
she takes damage, her spell gets dropped. She's still 5 feet away from me.
yeah. So that's the shark damage, and
Oh,
the-
yeah.
Okay.
You get woken up by sharks.
Yeah.
so she made a 22.
Yeah, 22 saves.
Yeah. So that's
But she still takes half damage.
yeah.
So that is going to be 10, 20, 29 points of slashing damage this time.
And that's the half.
Half. No, and then half. So,
Jesus Christ.
it'll be 14, but
14. Okay. So
I only have so many d6s I can roll, Alex.
that's. I mean, you say that, but
I can roll more.
yeah, and the second. So when does the hideous laughter save happen? Is it on her turn or on yours?
I think it's when she takes damage as well.
Yep. Every time it takes damage at the end of each of its turns.
Nat 1 on that save though, so
The sharks are just so funny.
she's just like getting shredded by sharks, giggling, just like.
Poor creature.
And she's going to try and slither away while giggling.
That's incredibly unsettling.
Yeah.
More giggling and being savaged by sharks. So you are going to, I presume, make a thingy attack again?
No, if she, I know this is Reginar's spell. I'll just let her crawl
so
away.
she's just like crawling away.
She's learned her lesson about union busting, I hope.
Yeah. Okay, so she is scuttling out of the thing, which brings us down to Dream again.
Well, Dream is surviving up on the stone. Okay, I am actually going to investigate how the teleportation thing worked. Maybe
Okay.
to try and get actually a head start on finding out where they are compared to
so
everybody else in the rubble.
so how do you think you're attempting this? Are you like basically what check are you think of making? Like, are you just investigating? Do you want to use Arcana to sort of see if your sort of warlock knowledge gives you any insight?
I think an investigate.
Okay, so roll an investigate check for me, please.
Is that a D20
Yeah, and it'd be +5.
plus 5? Okay, let's hope I get a better roll.
Well, you can't roll worse.
She rolled a 0.
I got 13,
Not on that dice.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18. Okay, so with that, you sort of have a look. There is what could best. There's like a sort of thin, sort of powder almost, sort of scattered, sort of like in a sort of blast radius around where this figure had teleported away from. It's sort of almost crystalline.
Okay. Can I taste it? Give it a lick.
Sure, why not?
Hey, you laugh. This is a thing that geologists do. All right, we lick rocks to know the composition. So no laughing. All right, this is science.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at how excited Khalil is, because this is the exact same thing his character did in the previous one shot. Taste everything.
I had a point. The
Sometimes
very
those
first
weird
thing she
slurping
did in the
noises.
very first game was lick some moss.
So that's a thing. Okay, good. So
Can I ask, sorry, very quickly, Jazz, why did geologists lick rocks?
to taste whether it's salty or not.
And
Because
if it's salty?
most rocks actually just contain salt in some form. So that helps though. Yes, this is salty. And just like you also, it's the texture as well. So for example, if you roll it in your mouth, like for example, if you take some soil and roll it in your mouth, you can tell like if it's more like clay or sandy and stuff like it's to help the texture. Kind of like before you go to the lab and actually do proper tests. It's like the first test you could do. Whereas of course, like you shouldn't lick everything you see because some of it is dangerous.
I was just thinking, it's like, how do you know?
Well, yeah, it also tells you whether it's soil or poo. So
Don't lick the arsenic mine.
Can't you also
Yeah.
tell if something is... Don't fossils have a different texture than rocks as well?
Yeah, 'cause they're usually made up of calcium and stuff, and you can taste it. If it's chalky, then yeah, it's probably
Cool.
got calcium in it. Probably a fossil. So yeah, the main one: don't lick anything that's red. Problem is
Maybe just don't lick rocks without a geologist present.
maybe yeah.
Science and sorcery is not responsible for whatever weird illnesses you get if you start licking rocks.
I mean, yeah, there are danger minerals out there that are like, could kill you because they've got high
Jasmine is a
Mercury.
professional.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. No, I am. I'm joking. Yeah, I am. But I don't lick rocks because I talk to people most of the time. So I don't lick people. That's not really.
Not without consent.
Yeah, it's not what I can say. But yeah. So
We're learning
anyway,
so many things tonight.
back to it. Dream licks the crystalline substance. And I don't know what. Okay, in the sense of this universe, what could Dream tell from licking this substance?
This is the kind of question where it's like you kind of know what you get more than I do. But I will say, I would say as a warlock, you would say there's a slight tingle there that indicates that it's kind of magical, and also, yeah, just quite cold as well. Let's go with that. Those are totally things I planned before this game.
I'm keeping you on your toes.
This is all entirely planned out.
This is going to come back in like 3 episodes' time. And Alex is going to have remembered.
As soon as I write in the Jazz's column, rock, cold,
It's ice! It's ice! We've seen this before.
magic ice.
I think that's a drug. That sounds like it should be a drug if it isn't already.
Moon sugar. To bring it all around to cats again.
Yes, I was going to say, yeah, that's a good reference. I like it.
It's not drugs I've stolen from Morrowind. I will tell you that now, because you would know.
Okay.
Anything else you wish to do on your turn?
I mean, is there anything else I could do? Okay. Could I somehow try and communicate to my pals down there, even though I'm quite high up? But there's some way I could communicate to them and be like, "Hey, get out of there because we got more important things to do."
You and Lavinia have known each other for a while. You know she's got this sorted. So don't worry about the communication aspect.
Okay, but Dream's getting impatient. They want to actually, get on with the actual thing. It's like, this is...
Move at all.
Yes.
Okay. So I believe that Tabaxi have some kind of climbing thing, maybe?
They do.
Yeah, they have a climb speed, and they have that feline agility thing as well, don't they?
Yeah. So do you want to start climbing down the dome again, or...?
Yeah, okay, I guess. I should probably be a team player and join everybody else.
Well, you were gathering important facts, so that's...
Yes.
So let's just, before the next round begins, 2 things. First, let's just have one last, for now, roll of the Chaos dice. So that is a 7. What have I done with my blooming note sheet? There it is. Too many windows open. Okay. So, let's see who... Okay, so Lavinia, you behind you hear some odd noises. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no.
And you turn around to see 2 eider ducks, humanoid eider ducks,
Yeah.
dressed in samurai armor. You could say they were samurai riders. And they are both going to lunge at you with their katanas.
We get lots of eider ducks here in St. Andrews, so I knew it was going to be that, but damn you, Alex. They also have katanas here. It's a weird place.
Yeah. They, however, rolled terribly. One of them got a natural 1 and one of them got a natural 5. So you're just like, whoa! Ooh, and then they just
Are they within 5 feet of me now, Alex?
Yes.
Can I make some dexterity saving throws, please? I feel like this amulet might be slightly overpowered. We'll retcon that.
Yeah, they failed. I'm imagining. I can't remember what the DC was, but I think it
14.
Was... Oh, actually, one of them succeeds then.
Okay, but still takes half damage.
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to be 10, 24, 25, 26, 32 points of slashing damage this time.
So 32 to 1 and presumably
16. Yep.
And you've already used your reaction this turn, I believe.
No.
Didn't you? Oh, no, you didn't. Yeah.
No, it was the previous turn.
Okay, so they're both going to try and retreat, having decided that the lady surrounded by ghost sharks is probably a bad mark.
Lavinia's getting a bit sick of this melee, so she's just going to let them go.
Okay, so
they don't look like corporate people either, so it's... It was mostly the corporate... If you hadn't said the word corporate, she wouldn't have done that earlier.
So you just hear the woo go off into the distance. Speaking of like comical animal noises, you hear at this point a helicopter and a whoop, whoop, whoop. And you all recognise this sound. So Melded doesn't really have the police in the sense that we have, for various reasons, but mostly because they're kind of redundant in a lot of sense by a group called the Capybarbarians, who are capybara and also barbarians, but instead of rage they vibe, and if they sort of vibe too much in your presence, you just chill out. And you guys are all in a battle of the bands, like first round in 2 days. And if you get like vibed out by these capybara, there's no way you're going to be up to things. So it seems like those capybarbarians are moving into the octagon right now and starting to chill things down. So now is probably the time to make a getaway. Half the So this is a little guinea pig who seems to be their spotter in a helicopter, making the weep noises. And essentially, like half the melee just immediately evaporates and like runs off in all different directions, and it does, thankfully for you guys, open up a path to the nearest exit to the square, and it is. Also, thankfully, the one that sort of leads most directly back to your home base. What would you like to do with it?
I first want to tell a fun fact. Fun fact about capybaras. They are one of several mammals which are considered fish by the Catholic Church. So they are safe to eat during Lent.
But
although, how could you eat something that adorable?
Apparently they taste great. I have not eaten one myself, but apparently it's very good.
Are manatee included in that? I bet you manatee are included in that.
I've got a feeling beaver.
They should be. Beaver and capybara are the ones most people know about.
Well, in
because it was like the.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
Oh, in Portuguese, manatees are peixe boi, which is fish cow.
Yeah, in Dutch, they're sea cows, basically. Oh.
What are sea cows in Dutch?
I think they're also sea cows, but like just a different kind of sea cow. We just call lots of things sea cow, and we're like, yeah, I'll do. Seals are sea dogs, so we also have sea dogs.
What's a sea dog?
A seal.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So, go ahead.
No, on you go, Kilo.
No, I was trying to get you guys back into the game.
Well,
yes, you do.
I do find it fascinating how like dog skulls and seal skulls are so similar for like such like
sea
different
dogs.
Yeah, so that is
simple explanation, Alex. They're the same thing.
The same
Lavinia,
thing, not
Lavinia,
even slightly different.
Lavinia, we don't have time for this.
Nope.
2 days. And
So anyway,
Vinny's just staring at the sharks surrounding her.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Shall we get out of here?
Okay.
Yeah, where's Dream gone?
I'll use sending to contact Dream, and in 25 words or less, tell her, meet us back at home. The Cappy barbarians are coming.
Don't get vibed.
I will say, for the sake of argument, that Dream does manage to catch up with you, because otherwise that'll be chaos to run.
Balance.
And just like, oh, yeah, there was just a slight time skip there. And just like, how did you catch up with us? You'll never know.
Magic.
Yeah. So are you all heading out?
Yep.
Yeah, I give the Cyclops one last bit of kind of like mad dogging, just to kind of, just to leave him with an impression, and then bounce.
He sort of grumbles in a Chicago accent that I'm not going to do.
Do it.
Chicagoese. I don't know what he would say though, and I can only do so many words in that accent. Yeah, bum say.
So we're heading out.
So the alley that is nearest you, that it is heading back, is known as Surprisingly Discounted Alley. It is basically a market where people sort of sell a lot of the odd detritus that gets sort of washed into the city as it sort of falls through from other worlds. Most of it is frankly junk, but you never know. One man's junk is another man's treasure, and occasionally one treasure's man is someone's junk. I don't know. But as this is basically like a stampede at this point, there's like literally like all these figures running everywhere, and some of them are still taking pot shots at each other. So let's just roll one more of those for now. Oh, I rolled 2 percentile ones. That's just going to confuse me. Okie dokie. So at this point, you are all sort of swept up in a blast as this telepathic catfish sort of flops along the ground behind you. Can you all make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
And you will get +4 on that.
Ooh.
Are we still blessed as well?
It's only up for a minute, so I don't know.
I believe Regina might have an advantage. No, you're a halfling, not a gnome. No.
Yeah. It's magic.
But I get 27 regardless.
20.
Jesus. Was Bless though up, Alex?
I would say yes. It's not been that long.
Okay. Good, because I need it.
And is this a magic effect?
Yes.
Okay.
I got an 18.
I got a 12. Because I am not smart.
Thank God for Yuan-Ti magic resistance. Whew, I got a 16.
I don't think Bless is up anymore.
Even with advantage, I rolled like a 5 and a 9.
Oh.
Okay, so I mean, the save was fairly low as this catfish wasn't kind of putting the full effort behind it. There was only a 14 save, so
Yeah, but I still failed that.
Yeah.
I got a 12.
Okay, so that is 14 psychic damage, halved if you made the save, and I believe halved again for Boomsang. So that's like 3 psychic damage.
Why halved again for me?
Because you had Yuan-Ti magic resistance or something.
That's only gives me advantage on the save.
Oh, okay. Not. It's not a natural resistance. No. Okay. No worries. So yeah, 14 for those who failed, 7 for those who passed. However, even as this catfish makes out this sort of broad blast, and he hits several other people in the crowd in front of you, but like the capybaras just come and put a hand on his shoulder, and he just relaxes, just like okay. And so you're just like legging it down this alley.
I think having seen that, Boomslang would have kind of sheathed his 2 swords just to kind of not provoke the envibening.
Yeah.
I love them. Just side note, I love the Carry Barbarians. I wish to vibe with them.
Can we like Lavinia? Can you please speak to Dream? Like, we're not letting this happen again.
No.
They're not being sucked into this.
But
Keep them away
look at
from
them and make you feel so good.
Dream, I promise, after the Battle of the Bands, we'll get you your very own Cappy Barbarian.
Okay, that's great. I mean, I'm happy to get to the fight so they come up unannounced.
Yeah. Whatever way, we will get you a Cappy Barbarian, just not until we've won, for Reginald's sake.
Even if I have to fight you, just to get them here.
Okay.
I'm worried about the hostility within this band. I think we need to discuss it.
No, said with love. He said as they're running.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, given that Reginald is quite short, if Lavinia can help at all by carrying him at any point, she will just pick him up.
I'm just shouting from really far back. Get her fucking tilt. We're not going to know her.
Okay.
Yeah, while Lavinia's carrying Reginald, Boomslang will be running alongside Dream, and kind of anytime their eyes kind of drift backwards, being like, hey.
Oh.
He's got a little tassel on a piece of string, just like waving it around in front.
Okay. So, as you are sort of like charging down the alley, you sort of head for the route that you were going to, would have been the quickest route down. And just at that second, you see a Snorlax lumbering in the alley. And then the
Illegally distinct from
reach
Snorlax?
out and touch him, and he's falls asleep, blocking the route. And you are somewhat cornered at this point. Everyone make me a quick perception check.
Okay.
Sorry, a lap score, not entirely copyright infringing at all.
I get a 13.
I got 20.
I got 8.
Okay, so Reginald notices that although you are kind of cornered in this thing, there is a way out. There is an open sewer grate.
Oh, not again.
It's the only way. It's the only way.
I know, but for some reason, the smell always sticks to the sharks, and I don't understand how that works.
I think it's their very abrasive texture. They've just got so much. It just clings to them.
They're ghosts, Alex.
I know, but that just makes it more sticky somehow.
Spongy ghost sharks. They pick up sewage smell. Well, we'll all take a turn at cleaning the ghost sharks, but we need to go in.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go into the sewers. That's fine.
Yes,
Okay.
what's your thoughts?
Gonna get in my fur.
We'll also take turns cleaning Dream,
No!
or not.
No touchy!
I mean, it's okay with me. I'm due to molt soon anyway, so it'll just be a bit sooner than normal.
Okay, and with that, I'm assuming you're all heading on in, and I think that's a good time to call a break as you head into the underside of Melded.
Fantastic.
Down into
Alright.
the sewers.
Classic
What could
Dream
go
one.
wrong?
How long
Alright,
we taking
we will
another
be
break?
5 minutes. All right with everyone?
Mhm.
Yep. Back in 5. See you in a bit.
Down into the sewers.
Yeah. Do we all have dark vision?
I don't think halflings do.
Okay.
I do because I'm a tabaxi.
Yes. All right. In that case, Lavinia will put her hands on top of Reginar's head because his shoulder's probably too low, and share her dark vision with him. For next hour, you have a dark vision for a range to 300 feet.
Well, hopefully we're not in the sewers for an hour.
I mean, I would hope so as well, but just in case.
Thank you.
Khalil, I think you're muted.
Sorry. Class. I am a professional. As Lavinia starts that kind of that ritual to share the dark vision, Boomslang he pulls out a small kind of like side satchel that looks like a kind of gold snake's head, and then he pulls out a separate coin purse, and he starts kind of feeding coins one by one into this purse. And then he starts doing it really quickly because and then with every coin he's putting in, like small segments of kind of metal snake body start popping out the back of the purse, until there is a. How long can I make it?
Up to 100.
Until a 30-foot long.
Not 100 foot long. I mean, like 100 coins you can put in.
Okay. I'll put 100 gold in. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say 1 gold is an inch. Just for...
Okay. Cool. So I'm making a 100-inch long giant constrictor snake, which kind of I hope I do in time to get it existing before your ritual is complete, so it gets in the dark.
Oh, this is literally just... I don't even have to touch him. I misread that. It's just an action. So how quickly can you feed coins to a snake?
I mean, he's done it a lot of times, so he's probably pretty dexterous with it.
Not
6 seconds.
My imperial measurements. Apparently, that's about 8 foot long. And you have got I did add the giant constrictor 6. That's your bonus thing, so you can access that easily.
Great, thank you.
Yes. So you have your golden snake out.
We talked about this before the show. Snakes have two.
What length?
So so this gold snake will be kind of if there's any kind of liquid content in this sewer, we'll be swimming along in that alongside us.
So are the sharks.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Now, surprisingly, this sewer actually appears to be sans liquid at the minute.
Yes.
There's you would normally expect like the sort of classic like knee height sludge, but just at the minute it's drained. I mean, there's residue, but the actual sewer seems bereft of liquid right now.
How many times have we been in the sewer before?
Too many.
And every time I hate it.
You've been in the sewers. I would say, as like adventurers, you've been in there a couple of times before. Like
It's a pretty standard adventuring location.
Kill 20 rats, or hired by the rats to kill 20 other rats. A little rat civil war you got involved in for a while. It was kind of weird.
We got really good at identifying rats.
They make good sacrifices to otherworldly creatures.
Tasty too.
I was just wondering on that one. However, as you're in there for like about a minute, and then just suddenly just a wave of sort of thick, noxious yellow gas sort of billows out around the corner and just engulfs all of you. Could you all just make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Oh dear.
Again, +4 to anyone who's within 10 feet.
Great. Good to know.
And I have +3. So does my sorry, just a side note because this is the first time I've ever played it. I have a +3 constitution. Do I add that to my roll?
So this is a saving throw. So there's a little box that says saving throws. So that might be higher.
Near the top left.
Check.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah, still +3. Yeah. Okay, so I got a 20 then.
Okay.
It's a 21 from me. Does my snake need to roll?
No.
It's made of money.
It'll be fine.
It's a 14 for Reginald.
Okay.
Also for Lavinia, 14.
Okay, so although this sort of it's rather sort of rancid, this stuff, and you each can only see 5 foot in front of you. So you like this is a sort of single file sewer. So can I also get a marching order?
I'm not very much use when I'm not. Sorry, I'm not very much use when I'm not at the front. So maybe I should be at the front.
I'll take the back.
Sure. Oh, we've got my snaky friend here. We can all just hold on to this guy as a kind of little rope.
Yeah.
Does the snake have a name?
Yes, it is.
I just thought of a horrible name, but no.
It is. Oh, I can't. I'm struggling to think of a good one.
Goldenrod?
It's
Golden.
Golden frog.
Goldenrod. Canonically Goldenrod.
Yes. Okay.
Adds his
Immovable
tradition.
Rod's half cousin.
Now a snake.
Every time that Reginald hears Goldenrod's name, he just gets really annoyed. It's like,
Everyone grab onto Goldenrod. Reginald, you're not grabbing Goldenrod. What's wrong with Goldenrod, Reginald?
fine,
Almost like-
fine.
You know how he
Thank you,
feels
Reginald.
about that second half of the name. You know it brings up difficult memories. for
I
him.
know. I'm just messing with you.
That's why Reginald's name for Boomslang is BS. Not catching on. But fine. I will grab the snake.
So who is going in the middle? In what order? So between Reginald and Dream.
I think I should go just in front of Lavinia after
Yeah.
being given sight.
Oh, you don't have to stay near me.
I know,
It
but
just lasts for an hour.
I've been like touched against my will, and I feel a bit like discombobulated. So, like you patted me on the head, and I didn't have to happen, but it happened, and now I'm just feeling fine. So I'm third. Yeah.
All right, I'll move on. And it makes sense
So
because
it's Boomslang, Dream, Reginald, and then Lavinia is their order.
Yes.
Okay, so you in that case, as I would say, you probably make me just a survival check, Boomslang, just to see how well you navigate through this murky sewer.
Yes. Okay. He's not the wisest guy on the planet. But he did roll
Really?
very, very well. That's going to be an 18.
Okay.
Nice.
So you actually like. That's a really weird thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Like you, as a kind of snaky person, like pipes and snakes, they're kind of related. You understand how they.
Also, back home in my home universe, me and my family and my whole kind of community, every winter we would just kind of hang out in caves because it got too cold up there for our kind of just cold-blooded metabolism. So we just kind of hang out down in caves and sewers and tunnels and stuff. So yeah, it's just kind of normal for me. In fact, I'm getting kind of sleepy. I could have a nap.
I'm just kind of picturing like you all emerge in spring and do like that garter snake like writhing mass.
You wouldn't
like, lounging on each other.
Stop judging, okay? It's a 1T thing.
I'm just the omniscient voice of the. You can't hear me. So you actually navigate pretty well. Like you've got this. when suddenly out of the murk in front of you, and at this point only Boomslang and Dream would see this, there's this heavily figure. They're sort of broad, and they've got some kind of like hooded cloak and a strange gas mask on, and they've got some kind of long tool that seems to be spraying this yellow gas out.
What are you doing here? I can't understand you.
Can I cast comprehend languages, please?
You can.
I'll cast comprehend languages. Does it make it any clearer?
It does seem to somehow. It like oh, that's weird. Normally these suits are terrible for comprehensibility. Yeah, what are you doing down here?
Oh, we're just taking a shortcut. You know, just traffic.
We're fumigating for sewer clowns here. You can't be here.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
I've been called worse, but you better shut your mouth.
We all know the real sewer clown is Elon Musk and his tunnels, so... Kick me off Twitter, Elon, I dare you.
And he
Is
just
that why there's no liquid down here just now? Because like, did you see him say today that like underground tunnels like subways never flood like that? Never.
Water does not go downhill.
Ingenious
No.
Elon Musk.
not even
There's
one.
no such thing as a water table. No.
Anyways, find Science and Sorcery over on Tumblr soon.
Find us on MySpace and Foursquare.
People, back to people.
That's a Bebo, wow.
So
wow.
he sort of like turns the corner and just sort of points to like a stack of like gassed sewer clowns. It's like, yeah, they had a real bad infestation in here. I think we've got most of them now, though.
Have you got any spare masks?
I think there's some in my kit.
I mean, you know, if you're going to be fumigating, we're down here already. Literally, we live just round the corner.
Make a persuasion check.
14?
He's like, regulations do say that everyone should be wearing masks where you're fumigating for clowns.
And we're everyone.
So, okay, each of you add a fumigation mask to your inventory, I guess.
Yay! Hey, you never know. It will come in handy.
But,
If we have to fight some sewer clowns.
Well, I think we're all gone now.
Dare I
Please
ask,
not.
do we know what they look like?
Ronald McDonald's are all Ronald McDonald.
Okay, that's scary enough for me. Okay.
That's somehow that's worse.
You're all Ronald McDonald, but with a slightly different makeup, so it's always a bit uncanny. But you can tell the difference between them.
And so it's not copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Donald
His name's-
McDonald,
Yeah.
the fast food entertainer.
Yeah.
Makes children sad. All clowns.
Only
do that.
serve salads. Like it's only salads in the fast food places. Like
But somehow the salads are still really unhealthy.
yeah, like, really bad.
Yeah, and when you get the chips, it's just like bits of apple that are made to look like chips, and it's just like experimenting for everyone involved.
What's this Master Chef
And then
nonsense?
But it's real
Smile,
powdery apple.
So the reason actually that children are often freaked out by clowns is because they realize they're tuned into pattern recognition of human faces, and they know that the clown mask is not normal. So they know it's not like a thing that exists in the world, and that's why they're scary.
Especially because like there's often an emotion painted on the clown.
Yeah, and
Whether
emotion
it's
doesn't
smile
match
or-
the rest. Yeah.
I mean, wasn't it a
So
thing
kids
that,
are
like,
smarter than us, and all clowns should be fumigated in the sewers if they're in the sewers.
Rude!
We haven't even got started.
No,
All I did was kick a possum.
I made friends with a manatee. Like,
I licked a substance for science.
I did attack a lady with sharks.
I like to think that as I was smiting this possum into the stratosphere, I got a couple of dirty looks from passers-by, but I said, "Oh no, it's okay. He's just playing dead."
I think there's like an emergency exit out. I'll show you the way.
Thank you so much, man. What's your name?
I totally have a name that Alex planned out.
We've broken the campaign already.
Yeah.
Alex Plandow. Interesting name.
Yeah, Alex Plandow. That's his name. The sewer clown gasser.
Can I is there a way that, you know, if we get toilet clowns coming up from the sewer, is there a way that we can like contact you?
I mean,
it's never happened, but I'm always scared it will.
I'm sorry to say that like toilet clowns are a protected species. You have to have special licenses to handle them. If you call the Clown Protection Agency, they will come and remove them and then release them to a reserve.
I can't help but think that I might be part of the reason they're endangered. But
well, I didn't hear you say that.
Boomslang, please stop admitting to crimes. We have the Battle of the Band in 2 days.
When you've been through as many universities,
We don't have time for it.
Nothing.
We don't have time for a
It's all
jailbreak.
a construct.
You can explain that to Regina, but I don't think he's going to listen. This means a lot to him. We all agreed we would do this Battle of the Bands for Regina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
It's
thinking
better
of
help.
those kind of newt gates that they have, and they just have to set them around the toilet until to catch them.
Where'd you get released to?
The sewer
and-
clowns? Or the newts?
No. I mean,
I
I was thinking of the toilet clowns, but yeah, now I am curious about everything else in that sentence that I completely missed.
I mean, there are some questions better left unanswered because I've already lost track of what I was said anyway.
we're trying to get out. Like, I'm desperate to get out of this sewer. Like,
I really need the toilet. I've got to get out.
Okay. Apologies, continue. I will withhold my questions for another time.
We'll update the wiki later.
Don't give Dagmar ideas.
Yeah.
Like I have time to make a wiki.
Immediately thinking of Latin binomial names for toilet clowns and sewer clowns.
Yeah.
This will be the next homebrew.
Any
And if-
taxonomists watching, there's your challenge for next week. If you come up with good taxonomic names, I will drop your names into next session. How about that? That's a prize that everyone wants.
So are we going up the toilet now? Are we leaving?
Oh no! There's just a regular hatch. I think.
Oh my goodness.
So he sort of like points up to this little hatch. I think there's like an empty there's an empty sort of unit there. That sounds like it's fairly near where you're going.
Well, we go.
Thanks for your help, Alex. Planned out.
Planned out.
Yeah. You've been very kind.
Yeah, keep
Yes,
up the good
thank you
work.
for the and thank you for the masks. Very useful.
No problem.
We'll wear them next time we get involved in a rat civil war.
Yeah, those are very.
Do you have one of those too? Okay, so you clear up. You sort of climb up this ladder. it's sort of fairly, and then sort of open this hatch, and surprisingly, despite what this gentleman said, this doesn't appear to be an empty unit. There is a little. There's a little wizened old man who's just sort of sitting in the corner. It's like, who comes into my cursed vape shop?
That sounds fun.
I thought the cursed vapors were down there.
Oh,
Boom was just about to take his mask off and then decided not to. This guy said that we're in a cursed vape shop. So there's a snake guy in a gas mask, kind of because his like neck and head are all snake, and his his neck flaps have gone down because he's not so his hood has gone down because he's not so excited. The gas mask just kind of like it's like a continuous like line from his neck. It looks really unsettling.
I'm very sorry, sir. We didn't mean to interrupt your cursed vape business. We're just trying to get home. Took a detour through the sewers with some clowns. We'll just go.
It was empty. We're clean. Look.
You have disrupted my place of business. There is only one way to make amends.
Not doing this again. No.
Can I do it? I'll do it.
Buy some of my tapes.
We'll buy some vapes. Yes.
Okay.
So how cursed are we talking?
He sort of like brings out a tray of. He has a range of 5 different flavors, and before you, he has the following: Tears of King Solomon on his deathbed, Ashes of 7 Dead Worlds, A Hero's Sacrifice Squandered, A Ship of Dead Men's Fingernails, and Sandalwood.
I'll take sandalwood. Dream. You're how much gold?
100 gold.
No, silly, no. I'm just gonna take the one of the 7 Dead Worlds. That sounds fun, and I'm just gonna leave.
So you just gonna pick one up and walk out the door?
Yes, I'm gonna just take that one and leave.
So you walk out the door, and then the door opens, and you walk straight back in again. I did say it was the first vape shop.
Wait. So the shop's cursed, but the vapes are fine.
I mean, they're both cursed.
Could I use my divine sense?
Yeah.
And just kind of sense any kind of celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Okay.
And anything that's been affected by the Hallow spell.
So there's nothing affected by the Hallow spell. There's, I would say, like there's something like pinging on the radar, but it's not really any of those things. It's just like weird.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely not undead.
No.
Okay.
Right. I mean, it's closest to undead of the 3 of them, but not really. And the some of the vapes smell a bit undead.
Sure. So there was Tears of King Solomon on his grave.
Yeah.
No, on his
deathbed.
Tears of King Solomon sounds pretty poetic. Also,
Do we all have to buy one, or do we buy one as a group?
Just one of you. That's the curse. There's lots of curses, but like the curse is you can't leave until you buy something. So, but you came in as a party, so
rubbish.
It's a cursed vape shop. Like
I get the.
How do you get out?
I can't really. It's a family business. Okay, like I'm kind of stuck.
Do you want to buy one from us? We buy one from you, and then we can leave, and then you buy one from us, and then you can also leave.
Yes.
And then we break the curse.
Oh, thank God.
So I'm gonna get goldenrod and be like, goldenrod, come here.
Yeah.
And Goldenrod rears up, and I just start like cutting out the gold coin from
Make
his
it
body.
rain.
And there are exactly 100 in there. So
Yeah. Okay, you add to your inventory 1 vape of the Tears of King Solomon on his deathbed.
Oh, I wanted one of the 7 worlds. Okay.
Can you go through the list again? Sorry of the.
So yes, so the Tears of King Solomon on his deathbed, ashes of 7 dead worlds, a hero's sacrifice squandered, a ship of dead men's fingernails, and sandalwood.
What do you think would happen if we tried to hatch ashes of a dead world, 7 dead worlds? Would
I
we
think we should
unleash
try
them?
it.
It would be very fun.
I
Regardless.
think that's a worthy enterprise.
I've got 2 days until Battle of the Bands. Maybe not quite now.
We can
Oh.
save it as a
It's-
treat for afterwards.
No,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
no, it's 24 hours. Oh, you
Well,
mean like
yeah, but we'll
what's the date?
buy it now, and then after the battle, as a reward, you can hatch 7 worlds.
The ashes.
just the ash?
You would have to form them into an egg for this to work, but yes, that technically could happen.
We could get the ash, put it into an egg, and then let it hatch and see what happens.
That's some reasoning that might work.
Nah, I think I'm gonna hold on to this. I don't think it's quite time. I don't think it's quite
Okay.
time.
And it's like the man looks at this and is like, I will buy from you the dead man's finger. Don't get the sandalwood; it's horrible.
Noted.
And so he gives you 100 gold. He's like, thank God I'm free. And then he just runs out the door.
So, do I have 100 gold now?
I guess.
Do we own a shop now?
Wait, we can just take all the other ones because he's
Right.
gone.
Sure.
Take them all.
I'll hand that. Lavinia hands the 100 gold to Boomslang.
Okay.
So now we have 1 of each.
Okay, I'll send you a list later to add to your.
Okay, awesome. We'll divvy them up off
Yeah,
screen.
you can, yeah.
That'll be fun.
So
We leave.
with that curse now broken, you head out the door and sort of find yourself probably only about like a street away from where you're due to go back into the to your home of sorts, which we'll probably get into another day. Foreshadowing for everyone at home.
Guess what our home looks like, people?
It's not what you expect, whatever you expect. So, as you sort of like round the last corner, everyone make me a last perception check.
Nine.
Same.
same.
14.
Okay, so the rest of you are just
Stumbling
like,
along blindly.
yeah, the rest of you, your eyes are a bit like stung with like vape juice cloud.
But Boomslang's looking at all of the different vapes in people's hands and kind of contemplating what use he could put them to. He's been whilst he's been in Melded, he's been experimenting with things that might affect his perception of the borders between worlds.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
there are certainly some borders. Regina, however, notices something slightly peculiar. When you left this morning, outside the collectorium, that is your home, there wasn't a lawn, and now there is a lawn.
What? Wait. What used to be here?
As of this morning,
What do
there
you
was
mean?
like a little nice cobbled courtyard.
AstroTurfs.
Is this one of those AstroTurf mimics? I certainly hope not.
Right? I'm
I prod it very gently.
How gently?
my
Very gently.
No, I mean, It's not like a full-blown attack roll, but a decent prod.
Okay. So, as you do so, like this huge shambling creature lures up, and you seem to vaguely recall seeing it earlier. Like it was like over the side of a bit further along when you were in the big courtyard. So hearing this thing, so they're obviously in the competition too. To kill this guy, and everyone make me a history check.
18.
17.
19.
60.
Bards. Oh,
So
that's a
actually,
flush.
as this figure lures up, you all know this is like a fairly famous figure in the city. This is Joker Rollins, the Lawn Homunculus and president of the Wizard Appreciation Society, and everyone.
Joker Collins. What? Joker Collins, what are you doing here? Rollins.
Joker Rollins.
So Boomslang routinely gets this person's name wrong and calls them Joker Collins.
Roll some initiative.
Oh, we're fighting Joker? Yes. Oh, nah, that's too late.
Everyone gets +4.
Yay!
I rolled a nat one.
+4. Okay. 27 for me.
23.
I can't do math. 11.
16 for me.
Okay, so it's Sam, Jazz, Khalil, Dagmar was yours
11.
11. So
But I am just checking. Does heavy armor give you disadvantage on initiative?
I don't
No.
think so. No.
It's just stealth checks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So in that case, Reginar, this like huge lawn creature, turf, if you will, is raging to attack.
Wait a minute, I just got it.
I just got it as well.
That took a good few minutes to get. Oh. Well, okay, I'm caught up now, right?
It's alright, I was behind with you, Jazz.
I only got it because I knew Alex was gonna put a character like this in.
Reginar.
Okay.
So Joker is like rearing to attack. Like
Yeah.
what?
And I'm guessing they have a bad reputation if we're all familiar with this person.
Yeah. They're pretty unpleasant to a lot of people.
Could you
and,
describe them again? Sorry.
It's like, I will win the competition. It will be me and none of you louts.
Louts is one of the mildest insults Boomslang has ever been called.
I will say, because we agreed there will be no... Joker is a very unpleasant person.
Okay. Right. What am I going to do? How far away are we?
Probably about 30 foot from her at the minute.
Okay.
And she is a large creature. So she's basically takes up 4 like 5 foot squares in terms of...
Okay. I would like to fire Firebolt.
Okay.
Was that a ball or a bolt?
Bolt. Firebolt.
Fire is good though. I love some
it's
fire.
17 to hit.
That hits. Tough. Surprisingly, not that difficult to get through.
Right, so it's 3d10. That's 12 points of damage.
12 points of fire damage.
Fire damage, yeah.
Yes. Turf also flammable.
Yes!
So that is doubled to 24 points of fire damage. Anything else you wish to do?
Can I cast... well, not cast, just use Bardic Inspiration on Lavinia, please.
Thank you.
Dream.
I'm still trying to decide. I am actually. Could I use Hold Monster?
Okay.
Right. I don't know what I'm doing. 1 second.
I believe that's a wisdom save, right?
I think so. I don't know. I know nothing.
Let's go into your things and help you out there. So spells. Hold monster. There we go. So that is a 15 wisdom save, or they're paralyzed for up to a minute.
Okay.
Depending on them. So nat 20.
Oh, damn it!
You can't cancel me.
Turf uses book tour.
I look forward to us getting sued into oblivion before our second session.
I don't know what you're talking
Donate
about.
to our Patreon now so that we can afford lawyers.
Yeah. This is an entirely original character with no relation to anyone.
Reginald just says, "Bring it fucking on."
Yes.
I will come up with another approach. More violent next time.
Yeah. Khalil.
Right, so I think Boomslang was quite close to Joker
Yeah.
Rollins.
Yeah, you were
He
like
was prodding her with a sword.
prodding him with a sword. Yeah.
So I'm seeing the kind of the obvious aggressive intent, and it's outside our house as well. Just gonna go in with both of my swords. I'm still rolling like garbage. That's gonna be a 17 and a 12.
Okay, the 17 hits. The 12, unfortunately, is just kind of slips off the wet grass.
It happens sometimes, okay? I'm gonna chuck a second level smite into that. So
Nice.
that's gonna be 4d8. Yes. 4d8. And yeah, I'll chuck a flourish in there. I'm also gonna chuck in a bardic flourish. So I'm gonna use one of my d6s. That's 10, 15.
Fun fact, I didn't look in detail at everyone's builds, and therefore I didn't realise how OP everyone is.
That's gonna be 26 damage.
Nice.
And I'm going to do a defensive flourish, which is gonna add 6 to my AC until the start of my next turn.
Nice.
So
So
my AC is currently 27.
in 2 attacks, you've done 50 damage to this creature.
Let's do 50 more.
That brings us round to Lavinia.
Alright, Lavinia is very pissed off because first there was the Union Breaker, and now there is the turf. And she takes out just a small pinch of sulfur from her component pouch and flicks it towards Joker Rollins and casts Flame Strike
Nice.
in such a way that it does not hit any of her party members. So could
I'm
the
glad
turf
you
make
clarified
could the turf make a dex save, please?
that. That's a big old fail.
Yeah, they're trying to beat a 16.
3.
Yeah, no, that's not that's I'm that good at math. That's not
Yeah,
more than 16. So that's going to be 16 points of fire damage and 13
32?
points of radiant damage.
So that's sorry, what was it? So what was the fire damage again?
Fire damage was 16, doubled to 32,
Yep.
and radiant is 13.
Okay, so you have now done 95 points of damage in round one.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spirit Shroud on myself. So now, as well as sharks, suddenly the dead seem to... Because people don't die in Melded. Well, their ghosts stick around, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're suddenly all called towards Lavinia, and all these ghost creatures just start flitting all around her. And they will also be doing radiant damage. They will also be doing radiant damage. Yeah, we killed some of these rats that are down here. It's a bit awkward.
Yeah. I think that one was sacrificed in the ritual not so long ago. Interesting event. It was very popcorn worthy.
As you do this, she is going to use her legendary action, and that is Millionaire Spending, which is basically she's just going to roll from the random creature attack table, and just she's going to pay someone to have a hit on you.
At this point, can I use cutting words at this point?
You can.
Or I'm just going to look at
cutting words work again.
So, as you're making some sort of attack, I expend one of Bardic Inspiration and subtract the number that I roll from the creature's roll.
Yeah, well, I'll work out what's happening, and then we can do that. So, it's on my random nonsense creature table. Tweet at me if you want me to share this nonsense table. It doesn't have any details. I'm kind of imposing it somewhat.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the attack. Tweet at me.
Okay. Lavinia, because you just did this insane amount of damage, this nuclear-powered seagull flies overhead, and
is this just a table filled with bird enemies, Alex?
no.
I have to ask.
Surprisingly few birds in this.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fine.
I'll share some of them later because Jess will help me create these, and there's some great ones in there that you haven't got to see. So that is going to be.
Wait, are they in melee range?
No, it's basically
Okay,
they're
cool.
just firing like a beam, like a Godzilla beam out of the seagull.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yes.
So it's a seagull with nuclear powers, not a nuclear-powered robot seagull.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to ask. In Melded, it could be either.
I mean,
It could be both.
Again, if you want to taxonomists help out and classify these in distinct, clear ways, you can help us out. So that's going to do 4d12 nuclear damage.
Do I get to make a save or anything?
Minus 11
so
for
make a Constitution saving throw.
minus 11 for the cutting words that I want to use.
Do I still get a bonus from Boomslang being nearby?
If you're within 10
that?
feet of me, you get +4 to your saving throw.
So within how many?
10
feet.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it'll be a 14 for me.
Okay, so and that was 11 that Reg and I rolled.
Yeah, he looks up at the seagull and goes, "You smell like shite." Pretty much.
It just looks slightly.
He had something better for the for Joker Rollins. So
So one of those dice was 11, so we'll just discount that one, and that's the easiest way of doing it. And that still does 17 points of nuclear damage.
Nuclear damage.
I can make new damage types if I like.
No, absolutely you can. I'm just trying to picture what this looks like, and also trying to subtract 17, you said?
Yes.
From 75, which is surprisingly 58.
Yes.
It's not surprising that it's 58. I was going to say something else. It makes sense that it's 58.
And this brings us round to Joker Rollins' actual turn. And that was a legendary action. So she gets 2 attacks on her turn. So first of all, she is going to launch a sphere of vitriolic bile at the party who aren't in melee with her. So that is Dream, Regina, and Lavinia. And that is. Could you all make me another deck save?
Again, +4 if you're near me. But yeah.
I think you would all just about be.
Cocked. Okay. Dex.
15.
16.
Same.
Oof.
I don't like that noise.
Yeah, I rolled my last two d6s on that, and they both came up 6. So any of you who rolled 15 or above, you take half damage. Any of you who roll below that take the full 23 points of acid damage.
It's 11.
And her second attack, which she is going to focus just on Boomslang, as you're melee with her, although it will continue down the street, is she is going to fire her wave of turfiness, which is just like a kind of like a rippling wave of turf that just sort of like rolls down the street. Can you make me a strength save?
Oh, not my best. No, I can't.
Okay. So
That's
you
9.
take,
Is this a magical effect?
not really, no. This is just like being hit by a wall of turf.
It's not magic, she's just an arsenal.
So that is now it's time for me to put Flailess Edition. That is 19 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're also knocked prone.
So could you remind me how much damage I have taken? I rolled a 6.
And that brings us back round to Reginar.
So that.
Jess, what did you roll last time? 16? So you
Yeah.
took 11 points of damage.
Yeah, 11.
Right, thank you.
That's alright.
Okay, how far away am I from her?
You probably if Khalil is 10 foot away from you, so she's probably 15 foot away.
Okay, I'd like to move towards her.
Okay.
And I'm going to take out my rapier,
Mhm.
and I'm going to try to inscribe on the side ACAB, like all capybaras are bastards.
And then we call the Capybarbarians.
All capybaras are barbarians.
Which is 17 to hit.
Can we get someone to make an all capybaras are barbarians design? Please. I need that.
I would very much appreciate that.
Which is 10 points of damage.
Nice. Anything else to do?
How much movement I've still got left? It's still I'd like to kind of scooch back.
So you have the halflings have 25 foot ties.
Yeah,
So you have another 10 foot of movement.
Can I scooch back 10 foot?
You can, but you will take an attack of opportunity.
Oh no. No, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay put for now and just gonna hold in my place.
Okay.
The comments are just amazing.
What are you doing?
Oh boy.
Jazz.
I am going to conjure an elemental.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to be inspired by Chris's comment and make it a fire elemental as well.
Nice.
And spray some fire at this turf.
Okay. So let's have a look at how your summon elemental works. So this is the sort of thing that, if you are a good DM, you would check beforehand so you understood and could support your players.
Chaos, not quality, Alex.
I know, but now I have to stall while I read.
So what I'm wondering in light of that most recent comment is, what other things do I have in my inventory that are flammable? I've got candles. That's kind of like solid petroleum.
I don't. Are any of the vapes we bought flammable? We don't know yet.
Oh, you know they're all flammable.
Oh,
They're all. They must
them
be,
all.
right? We just throw cursed vapes at her.
Well, we need to somehow get the liquid out of it and then chuck it out.
Molotov.
No.
cocktails out of it.
You have to inhale it and then breathe the fumes out and then.
Ooh.
That's how they get you.
See, I've never really done much elemental summoning.
Like to keep on your toes.
Let's just say,
It's basically just an ally that if you lose concentration, it becomes an
yeah.
enemy.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find out how powerful this enemy is, and then I can just pick one up.
I have to roll initiative and then it makes its own turns. And it can obey any verbal command that you issue to it.
Let's just say,
required by you.
It's a 5th level warlock spell.
yeah, I've got the
So-
spell up, but I don't see where it says how powerful. Wait, so
Is
Oh,
it
yeah,
summon
true,
lesser
it's also-
demon? Or sorry, no, you're summoning an elemental, right? Yeah.
It's CR5.
CR5 elemental.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have any details on exactly how much damage.
D&D Beyond,
So a normal fire elemental
Also-
is CR5.
more links in there.
Yeah, a normal fire elemental CR5.
Okay. What does your fire elemental look like? just to add some fun back in there.
That is make it a cat.
Naturally.
Fire cat. Looks adorable, but it can breathe fire. And it's on fire. So it's gonna breathe some fire on the turf.
Nice.
But
So let's see. That's so yeah. It's got a sort of, let's call that touch attack. So it's +6 to hit. I would just say that it's just kind of breathing like fire.
sure. I should give it a name. Sorry, what was that? Plus what, sorry?
+6 to hit.
Norbert, use
22.
their names against
Huh?
them.
22.
22. That definitely hits. And so that's 2d6 plus 3. If the target is a creature or flammable object, it ignites, which it does. So she'll also take an additional 1d10 at the start of each of her turns until she does something about it.
All right. That's pretty good. I'd say.
So, but for now, it's 2d6.
Okay. Good thing I know what a 2d6 is.
Regular dice.
They're the square ones.
Are you sure? No, yes.
As a Psychon fact, what we actually mean there is a cube.
Well,
This-
what's interesting is all of the like standard dice that you use in D&D, they're all platonic solids apart from the D10, which is not. So platonic solid is a specific type of 3D shape where not only are all the faces the same shape and size and all the sides are the same length, but also all the it's like all the places where like sides meet are the same. So for example, on a D10, you've got those long sides going that way, but along the equator you've got short sides. So that makes it not a platonic solid.
Oh.
That dice fucks.
It's a beautiful dice.
Anyway, I've got an 8 somewhere, 2d6.
Okay, so that'll be double to 16. So that is 100. So you have done 121 points of damage to this turf so far. But that brings us round to Khalil and Boomslang.
All right. I don't think I have much that's super flammable, so I'm going to. I'm just gonna go straight again with my. I actually have 3 attacks with my bonus action, so I'm gonna do that. I've realised I haven't played a high-level martial character in a while. Forgot about extra attack. So that's a nat 20,
Oof, nice.
21, and a 17.
Those all hit.
Okay, so I'll do the 2 normal ones first. So that's going to be 2d8 plus 10. So that's going to be 23 for those 2 normal attacks, and then for the crit, I got to put a smite on that.
I mean,
So I'm gonna.
That's what the smite is for.
Right. So I'm gonna spend a level 4 smite, which I
Nice.
believe will be 5d8. Which will gets doubled to 10d8, plus 2d8 from my sword damage being doubled. That's 12d8
Oh my gosh!
plus 5. So
I mean, you got
someone help me with the
kill.
maths. So I've
Not me.
got- here I've
Vito,
got
not
10,
helping.
17. Keep 17. 20, 31, 39, 40, 54, 59, 64 damage with the crit, which is added to the 23 from the other 2 hits, which takes it to 87 damage.
I think it's quite reasonable at this point to ask, how do you want to do this?
Not only has this, this rival this is a rival in the way of Boomslang achieving the task of this competition and actually getting out of Melded and maybe achieving some of his own goals. It's also a being that has really done a lot of harm to a lot of people, and misused its power in a lot of ways. And it was lurking outside our house, which is not cool. So I think it's going to be very much one of those kind of anime group montage things where, like, Boomslang is kind of darting in around the sides, kind of doing little kind of stabs in with his fang swords, and like everyone else is kind of channeling their magical energies, and Reginald's there just carving ACAB in the side, and Reginald's not quite through carving ACAB, and so his sword is still kind of jammed in the side. And using his excellent dexterity and acrobatic skills, I'm gonna kind of hop off the sword and scramble up to the top of this turf monster, and double-handed just down through the top of the head and out through the mouth, and then down the back.
You're doing the Legolas on a Mumakil move, basically.
Except I don't use bows. Just stay.
It's a sword, but actually
and-
he does do it with 2 swords at one point as well.
And you notice that the kind of the smiting energy that comes from kind of the empowered strikes of this paladin, they have this kind of like blurred, multicolored, kind of darkish aura to them that every time you kind of look at it, it stops making sense, and then you look away and it's like, oh, I know what color that is, but you can never quite tell. And it's kind of starts shooting out of the kind of facial features of this monster.
I think, like, as you do this stab, like she's just upright, and then just like the turf does that sort of rolls up into, like, it just splits in 2 and just rolls up. And there's all these 2 enormous rolls of like lawn, and you have vanquished Joker Rollins in her attempt to stop you.
As he lands, Boomslang says, "I stab you to the left, I stab you to the right, I stab you, then I hit you with a level 4 smite." And he's like standing out, like taking praise from an invisible audience that isn't there.
Boomslang, please
The
stop.
sharks are gently trying to applaud, but their fins don't quite reach.
Reg, and I was like, that was proper BS. Proper BS.
The ghosts are applauding as well, but like they're confused.
And so, with this last impediment to getting back inside and well out of trouble with the Cappy Barbarians, you head through the door and into your home in the left wing of the collectorium of... sorry, my brain just went blank there. Siegfried, the curator. And with that, we shall leave it for this particular session. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully we haven't traumatized too many of you.
Sewer clowns.
In the absence of making a character that can make squelching noises all the time, I had to do something. So, you know, my guy's a trashy SoundCloud rapper.
Well, on that note, we will leave you all for the evening. We'll see you. We'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks. Definitely see you people in 2 weeks. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, let us know if you enjoyed it, and spread the word that we killed many bad things.
Yes.
And also